Hello my wonderful YouTube friends. Today I want to show you how to make stuffed cabbage. Now this is my mom's recipe. I've had this dish in different places, but hands down that my mom's recipe is probably the best one I had, and I want to share this with you today. So in order to make this dish, here's what we need. I have ground turkey, and traditionally in Georgia they do make it with beef or pork combined meat. I prefer using turkey because it's very lean, tastes wonderful, and this has been my choice of meat for quite some time. Okay, you will also need some cabbage. I have a beautiful cabbage here, and I'll show you what we do with this. You need some tarragon, and I love, this is what makes this dish absolutely wonderful and special. We need some onions, we need some garlic, I have 1 carrot, definitely add to bind ground turkey. We just need a little bit of rice to mix it with the turkey. Peeled plum tomatoes. I also add a little bit of dried parsley, add some red peppers, and we'll definitely need some black pepper as well. So let's get started. First and foremost, I'm going to take my cabbage, put a rectangle hole at the bottom of this cabbage. And the reason why I'm going to do this is because I'm going to place this cabbage in a boiling water, and I want all the leaves to come loose. Try not to cut your hands. It's actually hard to do a little bit. So I'm going to take our pot and fill it with water. You don't need to completely fill this with water, just put a little bit of water. The steam will actually help loosen this cabbage. Let's get started with our tomato sauce. And I'm going to take my onion, 1 good size onion, and I'm going to chop it up. In addition, I am going to add some carrots to the sauce. And carrot adds a little bit of sweetness to it. Here's what I do with the carrot. I take a grater and I grate it. The water is already boiling. I'm gonna reduce the heat a little bit. I'm gonna place our cabbage bottom down. Try not to burn your hands and cover the lid. So the next thing I'm gonna do is take my peeled plum tomatoes, pour them in a jar. I'm going to squeeze them a little bit. Okay, so let's take the cabbage out of the pan and try to loosen up the leaves. And if some of the leaves are still very hard to remove, we're going to put them back in here. Okay, so I'm going to take all the cabbage leaves and try to separate them out, and very slowly. Some of them already come loose. I have this beautiful cast iron pan, and it's perfect to make this dish. So I added some olive oil to the pan, and I'm going to put our onions. Our onions are sizzling. I'm going to add some carrots to this now. So onions have caramelized, so now it's a good time to add grated garlic. Now let's add a little bit of tomato paste. I add 1 spoon of tomato paste. Now reduce the heat. Add to this our plum tomatoes. Okay, so I added another can of peeled tomatoes to this dish. I put some salt, black pepper, red pepper flakes, and reduce the heat. I'm going to cover this and let it simmer for a little bit. So now it's time to take care of our turkey meat. So I'm going to take half of the onion and chop them in big chunks and place it in our blender, and also 2 cloves of garlic. So I'm going to blend all of this together and add this to the turkey meat. So I'm going to take my tarragon leaves, rough chop it, and add this to the turkey mixture. Okay, so let's add some of this tarragon to the turkey. So I'm gonna add to this a little bit of parsley, add some red pepper flakes, let's add some black pepper, and I'm gonna add about 1/4 cup of rice. And this is just a plain long grain rice. So we're gonna add an egg to this to bind everything together. You will need to mix everything together. It's the best way to do this is with your hands. So now it's time to wrap the cabbage with the turkey stuffing. So I'm going to take one of the leaves, open this up. Oh, and if you see some of the cabbage has this very rough stem, you will want to cut them out. So let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to take this cabbage leaf and I'm going to stuff that. Take a good spoonful, a good amount, and roll this. So get the corners in. So we've rolled all the cabbage, and now we're going to take and place them in our tomato sauce. So I'm going to cover this until the rice is completely cooked, and it should take about an hour. So the stuffed cabbage is already cooked. I placed some on a plate for us to enjoy. Bon appetit!